Hello, my fellow aliens. As I hope you already know, I am Alfredo, and I'll be talking today about binary operations in C. A bit, or a binary digit, is the smallest unit of data in a computer. It can only hold one or two values at a time, either 1 or 0, but it can also be represented by any other two opposite values, like plus or minus sign, true or false, etc. The bit is usually represented by a lowercase b. As the following table shows, there are 6 binary operators in C. The first two are shifts to the right and left. The shifts help us to move our binary numbers over one position to the left or right, depending on our selection. This can be done one space or several at a time. The AND operator compares the two binary numbers and returns a new binary number constructed under the rule that in the positions where both big numbers introduced have the same value, the generated big number in that position will have that value, and if they are different, we put a 0 on that position of the generated number. The operator XOR works the opposite way, placing the ones in the position where the input numbers have different values. The operator OR works similarly, but as the name would suggest, instead of placing a 1 on the position where both the input numbers have a 1, we will place it in all positions except for those positions where both input numbers have a 0. And finally, the bit inversion simply replaces the 1s for 0s and vice versa for the input number. Here are some of the uses that we can give bit operators in real life. Bit fields are an efficient way of representing something with several binary properties, like access control lists that have read, write, execute, and change policies. We can easily identify these actions with 2 bits. And as you can remember from your previous courses on networks, communication over ports and sockets involve checksums, parity, stop bits, flow control algorithms, and so on, all of which require basic binary operations in order to operate. My know-how on compression and encryption is not good, but my research indicates that the most of these fields require a lot of bitwise algorithms to work. The bit state machine encrypted in hardware pieces is a bit combinatory which requires a lot of logic gates operations like AND, OR, NOT, and so on. And yeah, graphics use a lot of bitwise operations as well. XOR is particularly useful in slow graphic protocols. There are both ways of storing them. So big endians and little endians, there are both ways of storing multiple types of data types in computers. In Big Endian, the most significant byte is stored in first, and the rest of the bytes are stored in a decreasing significant order. Please leave the byte and bit with the least significant in the last place. On the other side, Little Endian stores the least significant byte inside the first location and goes on storing in order of increasing significance with the most significant byte stored at last. So, comparisons and contrasts between Big Endian and Little Endian. Big Endian is a more natural way of storing information. The sign of the number can be determined by looking at the byte address at the other's offset 0. Strings and integers are stored in the same order. Little Endian makes it easier to place values on normal values. Conversion from a 16-bit integer address to a 32-bit integer address does not require any arithmetic. Both have advantages and disadvantages. Little Endian form, in Little Endian form, assembly language instructions for picking up a 1, 2, 4, or longer byte number proceed in exactly the same way for a formula. First, pick up the lowest order byte at offset 0. Also, because of the 1-to-1 relationship between address offsets and byte number, offset 0, which means that the offset 0 will be the byte number 0. Multiple precision math routines are compressingly easy to write. On the other hand, for Big Endian form, by having a high order byte come first, you can always test whether the number is positive or negative by looking at the byte at offset 0. You don't have to know how long the number is, nor do you have to skip over any bytes to find the byte containing the signed information. The numbers are also stored in order in which they are printed out, so binary to decimal routines are particularly efficient. Due to its high use in the Internet protocols such as IPv4 and TCP, it is also referred to as network byte order. And here is a little example of the operation that we talked before. As you remember from the past slides, since A and B do not have any bits with the same value, the result is 0. It is also because of this that the result of XOR and OR operations are the same. The complement operator transforms 0 and 1 and vice versa. Even though they are quite similar, it is important not to confuse it with the logic of negation, which implies a change of sign. And as you can see in the bottom, the right and left shift bottom, they are quite easy to understand and implement. We are just shifting the bits two places to the right and left. So, any questions? Well, that would be it. Thank you all for your attention.